said, we got 3 exercises: plank to bear squat, shoulder taps, and shin box rotations. We're gonna do 3 rounds of everything, and everything is going to be 6 repetitions each. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. First one is plank to bear squat. Okay, we've done plank to down dog before. Bear squat is a little bit different. So here's our normal plank. We're actually going to go a little bit wider. Okay, and then bear squat is going back like so. Now you're still on your toes, back to plank. Pushing through those legs to come back to plank. One more. And then I want you to try and keep your feet about that same width apart. And tap and tap. Notice that the hips aren't moving at all. That's because I'm pushing into the ground here. We got 6 each side with these. Okay. And then we got shin box rotations. Shin box rotations. Wide stance, sitting up tall. Okay, you're gonna rotate all the way to one side, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, hands in front. Just like that. Each time you're trying to get your whole leg on the ground. You may notice my right side here. I have a hard time getting this close to the ground. Part of that's because of flexibility. Part of that's because I'm actually on a downhill slant a little bit here. Okay, so that's all 3 of them. We're gonna do those 3 times through. First one, plank to bear squat. Starting in that plank position, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, or if you have a mat, right outside the mat. Hold that plank, push back, open up those hips, back to plank. 6 times here. As you get better, really try and time your breathing if you can with the repetitions. Last one. Okay, then we got the shoulder tap. Similar stance. Don't let those hips move, okay? Use those abs. Tap, tap. If you need to, you can go a little wider and that'll help. So if I go wider here, that's a lot easier. If I go more narrow, I have to work a lot harder. And even there, I'm tilting just a little. Okay, and then we got those shin box rotations. Okay, sitting up tall, looking for 90 degrees in both legs as you rotate. Try and get those legs as close to the ground as possible. Back to the middle, other side. And you may notice that I'm moving forward as I'm doing this, which is completely expected. Okay? If you need to, just reset. Back to the beginning. 6 each side. Just like that. Give you a second here. Check on people. Hey Joe, how's it going? Yeah, check my bow tie. My bow tie right? Is it? I think it should be good. Okay. Last one. Okay, like I said, we're doing this 3 times, 6 repetitions each exercise. If you're coming in a little bit later, just get 3 rounds of all this. First one, down dog to bear squat, or plank to bear squat, sorry. Plank position, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those abs, push back into that bear squat position, reset. That should feel a little bit looser by the time you get to your 3rd set there. Okay, then we got that shoulder tap. Try to control those hips with the abs. And if you need to, you can always go to your knees here as well. Just make sure your knees are behind your hips. That may help you out a little bit if you're having a hard time. Believe it or not, this is not easy right here either. Especially if you put your knees super close together and back. Okay. Last one, shin box with the rotation. If this one is hard for you, I would suggest maybe holding on to a rubber band that's anchored to something to kind of help pull yourself forward. Or if you need to, you can put your hands on the ground. It's a very loud plank. Okay, 6 times each side. Trying to get those legs as close to the ground as possible. That's 3, I'm gonna scoot back. That's 6. Pretty simple today, okay, but they're harder exercises. And you'll see as time goes on, things are gonna get a little bit more challenging, but we may shorten that time period. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. If you only got the awesome bow tie out of this, that's okay. You might need to rewind and double check things. But just a reminder that whatever you see here, there's always ways you can modify it if you have a hard time, or ways you can modify it to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge too. If you need help with that at any time, just let me know. But happy Saturday. Check that box because you got this done. And I will see you next weekend. Later.